Welcome to Sports Hub Central. I am your host, Chad M.
And I'm Emily Nerland, and we are back with some of the sports top topics of the week. One of the most entertaining is the Memphis Grizzlies, who have started a new promotion wherein fans can turn in their guns for a free ticket. Now, is this just a cry for more publicity, or is this a legitimate offer in your opinion?
Well, it's definitely a legitimate offer. They are going to, honor the people that do bring in their guns to the local church that's doing this in connection with them. But there is a bit of an issue that I take with this because it's just Memphis trying to come up and be appearing in the public spotlight under a positive light here. Because at the end of the day, do you really think this is going to be successful? Preseason tickets? If you want someone to part way with their gun, which cost more than these preseason tickets anyways, you better best believe that it's going to be a game that's intriguing. Give them courtside seats to the Lakers, the Thunder, the Heat, the Celtics,
But you can't hate on them for trying to create some change in the community and trying to do good. They have NBA Cares. They have a lot of different organizations that they're going in and trying to create a difference. So you can't say that them asking for people to turn in their guns is really in a bad spirit.
But in order to get somebody to do something of this magnitude, it requires there be more incentive on their end.
It might not be successful, but what they're trying to get out of it is not something that's just done in vain, that they're just trying to do to drum up publicity, in my opinion. It's something that they're trying to change within the community.
But if it doesn't actually change in terms of results, what's the point on wasting everybody's time?
Because you can at least try. Something else that might be changing in the near future is Sidney Crosby and where he's playing hockey. He said that this year, if there is no NHL, he is taking his talents to the KHL. Do you think this is a smart decision for Sidney Crosby?
No, I don't, for a couple of reasons. First of all, this guy's suffered terrible concussion injuries the last number of years, and I know that he says he's healthy right now and he's ready to go and he's trained and he wants to continue playing, but we've heard this story before. What about when he came back last year and then he had a relapse from the same concussion?
But you also heard stories of people going to the KHL in the last lockout and being just fine and not getting banged up and being able to be sharper because of it.
But the people that went there, Emily, were not the best player in the game. They weren't the face of the sport.
So what is he supposed to do? Get put a bubble boy for the year he's out?
He should take it easy. So when he comes back in 2014, 15, 16, whenever hockey comes back, he will be even more ready to go from a health standpoint because he is going to endure way more risk out in the KHL. You look at what goes on with the airplanes, and it's not a good situation there. The tragic accident with the team, with Dimitra and all those former NHL players. And it's no coincidence that Russia, out of all the developed countries in the world, has the highest fatality rate when it comes to airplane accidents.
There's no reason that Sidney Crosby wouldn't be able to arrange something where he could have his own pilot system. I don't think that
his
major
system. He only makes $9 million a year.
Yeah, but those teams and the teams that are looking over him and who have investments in him are some people that could probably pull a few strings to make sure that he's not flying with a commoner.
He gets all that, and the possibility does exist because from a marketing standpoint, the KHL team's going to go nuts. What about his health? What about if he gets injured and suffers more concussions?
He can't just get scared.
The doctors are not the same there. He will not receive the same medical attention. They want him to play for the sake of tickets. They're going to tell him to get back out on the ice.
And he wants to play for the sake of staying on top of his game, and he loves playing hockey, and if he gets another concussion, if he breaks his ankle, if something happens to him, it's his own deal and his own repercussions that he's going to have to live with, no one else, so he's the person that gets to make the decision.
If I was in his shoes, you're the greatest player in the game right now. Why risk anything where the rewards are so limited in the KHL when you can rest even more so when the NHL comes back and be even better than you were before, dominating the league like we haven't seen since Gretzky and Lemieux back in the day?
Well, since we don't know if it's a lockout anyway, I guess only time will tell. Be sure to check in next week when we'll probably be talking about the NHL lockout. Be sure to check back in at Sport Hub Central.